Benefits of buying a townhome in New York City. The benefits of buying a townhome include not having to deal with nosy neighbors or a bossy condo or co-op board. Furthermore, you'll have an undivided ownership interest in your lot of land, meaning you won't have to get consent or agreement from any neighbors if you want to renovate or even just redecorate your property. In fact, the purchase process itself is much faster if you're buying a townhome. There won't be a co-op board approval process, and you won't have to get a condo board's waiver of their right of first refusal. This means no lengthy purchase applications or co-op board interviews to deal with, and all of the intrusiveness that comes with that whole process. Don't forget about the lower monthly carrying costs associated with buying a townhome. You won't have a condo or co-op board, which also means no one will be levying monthly common charges, maintenance fees, and special assessments against you like you're some kind of sharecropper. Downsides to buying a townhome in New York City. The downsides to buying a townhome in New York City include being solely responsible for the upkeep and maintenance of your building. You could hire a building management company or even just a superintendent to help you manage the building, but you wouldn't have any neighbors to split the cost. That can get pretty expensive since a managing agent may not necessarily charge less or much less for a smaller building versus a larger building if the amount of work required is roughly the same. You might also encounter issues with New York City real estate taxes, especially if you feel like you were overassessed. In a condo or co-op building, the board may hire a tax certiorari firm to dispute city tax assessments on behalf of the entire building. However, a tax certiorari firm will typically be hesitant to work for a single unit owner. Process of purchasing a townhome. The process of purchasing a townhome is no different than the process of buying a condo or buying a co-op in New York City, other than a couple of very important distinctions. The first difference is that the contract to closing process for a townhouse is typically much faster because of the total lack of any purchase application or board approval process. There are no massive co-op board applications, intrusive co-op board interviews, condo right of first refusals, or any other neighbor-related hurdles to jump through. Even better, you won't have to bother with paying any move-in, move-out, application, or other random fees to a condo or co-op board. The second distinction of the townhome purchase process is that getting a home inspection is a must. Because you're purchasing the entire building and will thus be responsible for the entire lot and structure, it's critical that you get a licensed home inspector to inspect the property before signing a contract. Differences in owning a townhouse. Owning a townhouse is a very different experience versus owning a condo or co-op apartment. You won't have a building management company and superintendent to take out the garbage, to vacuum the hallways, and to shovel the snow. Unless you hire a part-time janitor or superintendent who perhaps manages multiple buildings in the neighborhood, you won't have someone to call for minor repairs and maintenance. You won't have someone to call if you get nervous after seeing a cockroach, and you'll have to source your own quotes for exterminator companies. So while there are many benefits to owning a townhouse, just be prepared to take on more responsibility as well.